Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Salem. And tonight's question comes to us from Red Dragon. And Red Dragon remarks upon Lady Gaga's new video, Judas. And Red Dragon points out that many people in the Christian community are very offended by this video, for reasons which are pretty obvious. And Red Dragon asked my opinion of whether I would be offended if a similar video were made using pagan iconography at an equal level of intensity and an equal, let us say, misinterpretation. And Red Dragon also asks how I feel that the pagan community should react to such a thing were it to happen. And my answer to this is that if a music video or other media outlet were to create an equally distorted version of a pagan religious subject that was using symbolism that we would normally consider to be inappropriate and interpreting it in very strange and offensive ways, I would probably shrug my shoulders, let out a sigh, and say, oh well, another one. Because frankly, it's not been an unusual thing to have happen over the course of my lifetime, certainly. And very often when you see pagan iconography in the wider society at all, it often has been very badly twisted and mangled about, even when they didn't necessarily mean to do so. And I don't know how often I've seen various deities interpreted in ways that would not be considered appropriate within a religious context. My attitude is usually that entertainment is entertainment, and I don't expect them to be theologically correct. And this, of course, continues part of our conversation about media projects such as the Thor movie, Sword and Sandals epics, etc. And my attitude is generally that I don't think we should be getting upset about such things. I think we make ourselves look silly when we do. And I think that an important part of the answer to this question is when you look at how those Christians who are choosing to be extremely upset about Lady Gaga's Judas video, when you look at how they look, don't they look rather silly? And is that how we want to look? Do we want to look overly sensitive? Do we want to look like we don't want anyone to criticize or question our point of view? My answer is no, I don't think we want to look that way at all. I think we want to look like intelligent and reasonable people. And even if somebody is portraying something that is not as we would have it, as long as they're not intentionally insulting us in a way that is meant to say that we are something we are not, I don't think we should be offended by it. I think even if they say, which I think in the end is what Lady Gaga is saying about certain Christians, I think even if they say that they disagree with our interpretation of our own symbols, they can say that, and we can say, no, you're wrong. That is what adult discourse is about. And being overly sensitive, throwing fits and tantrums and boycotts is not necessarily the way to handle it. Now, I wouldn't say that's never the way to handle it, but in a situation like this, I don't think it is. I think that I can't imagine that anyone in the Judeo-Christian world thinks that Lady Gaga intended this video to be a comment on theology, although there is a level where I suppose it could be, but if it were, it would not necessarily be illegitimate. One can raise the suggestion that a different interpretation of theology is appropriate without necessarily deserving to have everyone go off on them. And so my attitude, as I say, is that if someone were to do something similar with pagan iconography, I doubt that I'd really be upset about it. I might not like it, but I doubt that I'd be highly upset. So that's my answer to that, and I hope that you find it interesting and reasonable. And until next time, may you blessed be. But wait, don't forget our books, Witch School First, Second, and Third Degree, and also Living the Wiccan Life, and Ritual in Theory and Practice, available at a bookstore near you, or get them direct from us at www.witchschoolstore.com.